Hello, beautiful people. This is Prelims Focus News discussion for the dated 5th August 2017, and the Hindi version of it is also available in my YouTube channel. You can come and watch it there, right? So let's see the very first news. Cattle trade ban rules were not placed before the parliament. It was alleged that the cattle ban rules, which the center has framed by the Prevention of Cruelty to Animal Regulation of Livestock Market Rules 2017. So it has been said that has not been presented before parliament, but in the parent act, that was the Prevention of Cruelty Act 1916, it was said that any rule made by the center under it ought to be laid before each of the house of the parliament as soon as it is made. But this rule was later not laid before the parliament, right? So that's why this came in question. So the center has assured that actually, see, this rule, after this rule there were like many like voices against it, right, by many section of society, like Muslim butchers. They were telling that our livelihood has got affected, and then since there was provision of animal sacrifices also, so many Hindu organizations have said that no, this should not be the way the government has made the rules, right? So government has assured the court that okay, we are reconsidering the rules, and after reconsideration, whatever the things happens, we'll just try to come up with new provisions under this rule, right? So this was only in question, and few more this picture was taken from the Hindu newspaper only. So the takeaway from this picture, I would say, would be this point: the Ministry of Environment and Forest, the nodal ministry for regulation of livestock market rule, notified the draft rule on January 16, 2017. Investigation within 30 days. Means the nodal agency here for making rules will be the Ministry of Environment and Forest. This is what you have to learn it. I mean, this is what the main takeaway from this is, right? So okay, then we'll proceed to next news, guys. This is about the now Aadhaar required for death certificates, guys. This is the news of the Hindu newspaper, in which they have said that Aadhaar will be required, mandatory for the death certificates, right? Because there were some issues. I will not discuss those issues. Why? I'll tell you why. Because in PIB again, yesterday night I saw that, see, it is 21:53, means right, रात को 9:53, ठीक है. So in night 10 or around 10 p.m. night, this notification came up from the ministry that regarding Aadhaar number mandatory for registration of death of an individual is totally incorrect. Means they have said that this news is totally incorrect. So that's why I'm not discussing this news with you people. I'll first cross check that what is happening. It will come most probably in tomorrow's or day after tomorrow's newspaper. So I'll be telling you later about this, right? So let's proceed to the next news, guys. ISRO set to launch satellite with corrected clocks. Guys, if you have put yourself notice to the current affairs going on, then you would have noticed that atomic clock in IRNSS 1A has been failed in the mid of 2016, right? And those were rubidium atomic clocks, so those were actually failed, right, due to which we couldn't get we are not getting exact data which would have received that. That's why the ISRO is sending new satellites with modified those atomic clocks, right? So let's see if this news will proceed, then we'll just get to know about it for sure. But let's see a bit about Navik constellation, that is navigation of Indian constellation. It is the India's own GPS system, and it is there to give accurate information about location and time of persons and object, all right? And it covers a distance of 1500 kilometer around it. And this, I guess, question came up in previous year's paper, that this data was given 15,000 kilometer, I guess, if I'm not wrong, all right? So this was given 15,000 kilometers. That would have been absolutely wrong. It is just 1500 kilometer around it, right? And I'm not a bit sure that whether that question came or not. I'm just remembering. But anyways, they might play with these numbers, right? That's why I'm just telling you to just be cautious whenever you are seeing this type of news, right? Next is privilege motion. Opposition moves privilege motion against the External Affairs Ministry, Sushma Swaraj. The reasons they are keeping is that when the Prime Minister Narendra Modi visit was happened in Lahore in 2015, so after that visit, Sushma Swaraj said in the Parliament House that after this visit, no terror incidents has been occurred, right? But Pathankot terror incident happened, right? She said she just she falsely put the facts before the parliament. And a speech at Bandung conference in Indonesia, she gave during Bandung conference in Indonesia, she gave a speech which she earlier said that she has not given any speech there, but opposition parties having the proof of that. So due to these two reasons, they are alleging that the privilege motion we are going to pass privilege motion against Sushma Swaraj, right? So let's see why privilege motion is passed. See guys, privilege motion is passed in the parliament if any MPs or MLAs breach the privilege whatever they are getting. Now what is parliamentary privilege they are getting? They are just getting some sort of privilege which allows them to effectively discharge their function in parliament, right? So if you are misusing it, then against you the opposition party is surely going to pass the privilege motion, right? So this is a very good check and balance tool for the government, right? So this was about it. Next is India is still talking to China, says Ministry of External Affairs. See, Chinese government has claimed that India has reduced the troop levels in the Doklam plateaus, right? So that's why responding to this, the Indian government has said we are not going to comment on the operational details whatever we are carrying out in the Doklam region, because that might harm our national security, right? So that's why the news was there, and some more points were there. So I thought of mentioning these points also, that China government is continuously warning India that India might face serious consequences because the region of dispute is between China and India, and they don't want India to indulge between us, right? So that's why they are just warning us. So anyways, that is in Hindi, that is called Geetar Bhakki. So next is, okay, this was about it. Next is a new no detention policy, right? So basically the center is going to allow the states to drop their no detention policy if they at all wish to, right? It is not mandatory for them to drop it, right? Because if you see, then education comes in the concurrent list, in which state also have the jurisdiction to make laws. So state is totally free to make laws if they at all want to drop the no detention policy or not. And few states like Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Madras have said that we are not going to roll back this policy, means no detention policy will still be there in our states. So these states have said, but other states are telling that no, this policy has downgraded the level of education in our state, so we are going to do away with this policy, right? So what is this no detention policy? Up till under the provision of no detention policy, up till class 8 you cannot fail the students, right? So this was totally detrimental, because the students were like, okay, we'll pass, then what's the use of reading these books and all. And parents were also not giving much concern that okay, government is making pass, our children are getting passed up till late, so why care about them? So let them do whatever they do, right? So to do away with this all provisions, the states have come together to and asked the center to amend this right to child to free education, compulsory education act 2009, right? So after the amendment to this act, the state will be allowed to bring change under this no detention policy. Next is Pradhan Mantri Bhartiya Janaushadhi Parivojana. Guys, this news was in PIB only. So 2091 Pradhan Mantri Bhartiya Janaushadhi Pariyojana Kendras are functioning as of now across the whole country. So I'll proceed with this Kendra word, if at all it comes in these news, right? Because it's too long to spell up. So anyways, the aim of these kendras are to provide quality medicines at affordable prices, and through these kendras they will be providing the generic medicines, right, which will be very low cost. So it will automatically reduce the out of pocket expenditure for especially the poor people, right, who are not able to spend much on these generic on these medicines, right? So it will also create a demand of generic medicines through medical practitioners, because under this there is a provision with the government is urging the medical practitioners to write these generic medicines, so that the people could get avail these generic medicines at a lower cost, right? So it will be acting as a tool of awareness among all the peoples regarding these kendras and regarding the generic medicines at the same time, right? So there are few information more given, so if you want you can read it, guys. Not very important news. So anyways, that was important news, but these 2 points are not very important news. The same thing. Okay, next is wholesale price index. So this is a very old news, but still I'm going to tell it again in front of you people. So government revises the base year of all India wholesale price index from 2004 2005 to 2011 2012. Earlier the base year was 45, and now it will be 11-12. So it is a old news, but again this came up in PIB, so I thought of again mentioning it. So let's see a bit of salient feature about that, what changes has been brought up. So the number of items in the basket of wholesale price index has been increased from 676 to 697, right? Many products have included and many products have excluded also, but inclusion is more. So that's why the number has increased from 676 to 697. Now, new series of WPI does not include indirect taxes. It does not include indirect taxes, and but earlier used to include the indirect taxes also, right? And it is in consonance with international practice. And the people are telling that economists are telling that wholesale price index will be conceptually closer to the producer's price index, which is considered more reliable, right? But the producer price, what is producer price index? We will just discuss it in another classes, but just as of now you just have to know that it will be conceptually closer to the producer price index. And a new food index is compiled to capture the inflation of food items, whatever new different food index have also been brought under this, so that it will capture the inflation what is being happening in food items, right? And guys, one more thing what has happened under this modification was the seasonality of fruits and vegetable has been updated, all right, and to account for more month. Earlier this used to be the like formula, like fruits and vegetables were accounted for the for X number of months only, but now since the foods are available for longer durations, because of very modifications brought up by the government and technology, so that's why they have increased the time limit of that, right? So it will give more more factual and more realistic results under wholesale price index, right? So this is what the news is. So let's see the very next. Okay, no, it is not. Yeah, okay. Next news is exchange traded fund. So basically, finance minister has announced in his budget speech that he is going to bring new exchange traded funds, so he has already brought this exchange traded fund by the name of Bharat 22. So just remember this keyword Bharat 22, it is very important for the prelims. So first see that what exchange traded fund is, right? So it is basically a similar to mutual fund only, and that we can buy and sell during trading hours in real time at stock exchange, right? In stock exchange we can make the sale and buy of it, right? Like mutual fund only. So actually it is being preferred by the government, because government sees that the investors whosoever is investing in exchange traded fund, they find it more gain worthy and lower in cost if they at all want to invest in these. So government is also planning to bring these in the platform, right? And government is speculations that that will help the government to access disinvestment targets, right? So it is indeed a very good news. And let's see about Bharat 22 first. It consists of 22 stocks of the government's central public sector enterprise, public sector boards and strategic holdings, whatever the government is having. So government will put the shares of all these things in this exchange traded fund, right? And it will be like a package. If this if any investors is purchasing this package, then it will get this package in very low cost, right? With respect to the mutual funds. That's why center is thinking of bringing this exchange traded funds. All right, so guys, this was all about the today's news. We'll meet in next class. Till then, bye bye, take care. And guys, if you at all want to get notifications as soon as possible, whenever the time whenever I upload the videos, because then you can press the bell icon over here near your you can see it in your mobile icon, right? And one more thing guys, I'm putting very much huge number of courses like daily MCQ series, then question answers discussion of Inside Secure. So if you at all want to see all these things, then you can come to visit my YouTube channel. You will get everything at a single place, guys. And okay guys, so thank you for listening to me. We'll meet in next class. Till then, bye bye, take care, and thank you for listening. Thank you.